Yes, good guys, it's JD here. Hello and welcome back to another episode of the No Money Spent series. And today we have got all the information you guys need to know about season number 8. Season 7 felt like it has been on for far too long. The 6-week seasons at this point in the game definitely drag on far too long. I can't remember a season without Anthony Edwards there, but in 2 days' time, on Friday, it is all going to change. So I'm going to go through everything that's actually important that we need to know for Friday. And also, we haven't had an episode over the last 2 days because you guys know what I'm like. If I don't think there's anything to do, I'm not going to sit here and waffle for 10 minutes. That's not my style of videos. But we have been making some moves on the account over the last few days. And I have gone through and sold all my jerseys. And you might be thinking, well, that's not very cute. That's not very impressive. I've made over 200,000 MT by selling my jerseys. So you probably want to consider it as well if you want to get yourself a little bit of extra MT as we head into season number 8. Let's jump into it. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe for the daily videos and check out facebook.com/JDCrossover for the daily streams. And at the end of the video, when you've heard about season 8, let me know down below a rating out of 10 for season 8 based on what we know so far. So we have, since our last video, we got beyond level 40 step 7 of 7. Don't care about that, not doing it. And we got Hoff glue hands, play 5 online, and win 5 single play. Super easy, you know, it is what it is. It's not much, but it is nice. It is there. And then Embiid. Oh, that's not Embiid. Embiid. We're so close. I said I wanted to have this done by the start of the new season, and obviously we're going to have this done by the start of the new season. Just 2 games left. You know, they've been mind-numbingly boring. We haven't had to restart any games, which is good. We've always done these at the first time of asking. But just 2 more games left for Embiid, who I will probably never use. But hey, you know, it's something. We'll take it. And this season in clutch time, we've actually played 170 games. 170 games this season in clutch time. I never saw Gilbert Arenas. I don't know about that one, 2K. Right, let's have a look right here. So one thing's to note there, we do have a Jabari Smith. Now, I tried out Jabari because we tried out most of these guys. You know, we tried an 80 Hoff badge Dyson Daniels. I thought he was good. Not on Magic's level. Tried an 80 Hoff badge Chet. I thought he really was top tier, actually. I really did like him. Rebounding was not it. We tried an 80 Hoff badge Jabari as well. I bought him for 450k and we sold him off for 527. So I actually made 25k profit while trying a player, which is fine by me. And then look at all these jerseys, apart from this shoe. But look at all these jerseys. So these are the remaining ones that I haven't cashed in, just to show you guys that some of them do sell for quite a bit more. But I blanketed it. I sold them all for a blanket price of 800 MT. And then a couple of them were going for 1,200. But majority, all of them just 800. First time round, they all sold. Absolutely incredible. I couldn't believe how quickly they all sold as well. And yeah, these are a few that were sold for like 2,000 and 1,900. And the Raptors... that's the purple Raptors from the Vince Carter days. 4,000 MT, we don't mind it. So I think I made about 225, maybe 230,000 MT just from jerseys. That puts us at 8.6 mil as we go into Season 8. Quick little recap of Season 7 for us. Obviously, we got level 40. That was very straightforward. We completed Domination. It wasn't fun. It wasn't rewarding, but we did it. The Embiid stuff, not fun, not rewarding. Apart from the, you know, part of it. This Challenger Trials was good. This side of things, no, not fun, not rewarding at all, but we're going to get through it. Clutch time, we did get 100 wins. Like I said, 170 wins, didn't get Agent 0. Draft, we got that done. Dribble Online is just random, didn't do anything there. Unlimited, I'm so proud of myself, 0 and 0. Limited, we completed. And Dribble Offline, I don't know how many games we did. Not that many, and we're still miles away from anywhere, really. You know, I feel like we did all right this season. You know, we definitely took a step back. In caring about this game as much, caring about this game more than 2K do. Yeah, I've taken a step back on Twitter as well, if you guys have noticed. Like, we're just kind of letting the game be what it will be. We've tried to change it. It's not going to change. So it is what it is. But let's talk about season number 8, which is on its way. So, the blog begins. End game in my team. And then it just goes on to say about the end game cards that are already in the game. Then it goes on to say about what the endgame cards are. So 2 paragraphs telling us things we already know, so we don't need to know about that. But then, the first endgame card we need to talk about is level 40 reward, MVP Nikola Jokic. So 2 months after his MVP announcement, he's finally getting a card for being the MVP. Let's have a look at current Nikola Jokic. Obviously, he's got the Dunktober one. I don't think it was great. It wasn't for me. 6'11", 7'3" wingspan. And he is going to be a center point guard card. Center point guard, level 40, endgame, Nikola Jokic. He is going to be a different body type because he will be 244 pounds. And if you look in the little trailer that 2K put out, he's a thin boy. You don't usually say that about Nikola Jokic. No offense, bro. He's got a stocky, you know, body type IRL. But in this clip that they posted, he was a thin boy. So he'll definitely be able to carry slide. And will that hopefully mean he moves like Dirk? rather than Wilt on current gen. I hope so. I hope that means he moves kind of like Dirk. But level 40 Nikola Jokic, not mad at it. Point guard center. You know, that's fine by me. We then move on. This summer, test your best lineup in the new best of tier in Domination. Now, this is a bit of a pain because they did a community poll the other day and it said, how many Dominations have you completed? And I believe the majority, I think it was 75%, had completed between 0 and 3. If between 0 and 3 of your community have completed more than 3 of 6, why would you put another one in the game? So we've got a new Domination, another 33 games, another mindless, dull, boring grind. And it says, you know, face up against invincible and endgame players, whatever. But finishing the challenge will earn you a special endgame James Harden. Now that in itself is great. Endgame James Harden looks good. Point guard, shooting guard card is going to be incredible. 6'5", 6'10" with the wingspan. And obviously he has had quite a few cards this year. It doesn't have a Dark Matter card. Does he not have a Dark Matter card? I feel like he doesn't. He's obviously got the Opal. He's got a couple of Opals because he's got the limited edition ones. Oh, he got the Supernova Dark Matter. That's it. Yeah, I didn't use this card. That's why I don't remember it. And the Supernova Dark Matter for James Harden. But yeah, we're now going to get an endgame one. Now that in itself is great, but the way you get him, like I said, with so many people not playing Domination as it is, another 16 hours for this one card. It's kind of tough, man. Can we really say that's worth it? 16 hours for that? I don't know, but we'll get through that. And then we go on to clutch time. This is a bit of a surprise to me, I'm not going to lie. So we have got the third endgame reward card in Chris Webber. I did not think clutch time was going to be an endgame card. I thought endgame card was just going to be level 40 and everything else would be invincible. But yeah, they are putting endgame, 100 wins, Chris Webber. Now, hopefully he says, he would be a small forward, power forward. I think he's only got cards at a power forward centre, and I think in previous 2Ks he's only had cards at a power forward centre. Might be wrong on that, but yeah, it'd be great to see this guy at small forward. Be brilliant. Here's another power forward centre. I don't know. And then all along the way, 100 wins, you get Dark Matter Jalen Rose at 50 wins. Sorry, Dark Matter Jalen Rose at 50 wins. And then on the wheel spin, so you're probably not going to get him, it's Invincible Mark Eaton. So where Gilbert Arenas is this time around, Mark Eaton is going to be there. So the random card, Mark Eaton, Dark Matter Jalen Rose 50 wins, and endgame Chris Webber at 100 wins, which I think is very nice. With level 1, last year it was Invincible Isaiah Thomas. This year it's Invincible Isaiah Thomas. But the other one, it is the Pistons Zeke Isaiah Thomas. So yeah, Invincible IT for level 1. You don't mind it, you know, that's fine. You know, log in, you get it, simple as. And then other game modes. So Unlimited is Invincible Grant Hill. I really feel, I've got no desire. I mean, by all means, have at it if you want to. It'll be shooting guard small forward. Right now, you've got Scotty Barnes endgame small forward, and you've got endgame Magic Johnson shooting guard. And we're about to get some more cards, which we'll talk about in a minute, that are going to be endgame cards. You've got the James Harden, who can play the 1 and the 2. You've got Chris Webber, who'll probably be able to play the 3 as well. So, yeah, for the 53 wins, for the 20-odd hours it takes to get Unlimited, don't know about that one, Chief. Triple Online is, of course, random, but that is Invincible Pistol Pete. So Pete Maravich is there if you want him. 2,000 wins in Triple Threat is Invincible Dominique Wilkins. If you are psycho enough to be there, fair play. That's going to be Invincible Dominique. In the Vault, the random card is Invincible Elgin Baylor, so don't even think he's there because you're probably not going to get him. The Ascension card is going to be an Invincible Daryl Dawkins. Don't think there's going to be much hype around him, and again, random. In the Draft, we have got Invincible Jerry West. I don't think that's going to get many people playing the Draft, I'll be honest. And, of course, that is also a random reward. Jerry West, 6'1". Oh, he's 6'3". Oh, he's 6'3", I guess. No, it's not great. And then, you know, one that is good is the token market. So, as expected, there is going to be an Invincible in here. And it's going to be Invincible Dr. J, Julius Erving. I think that's solid enough. Invincible Dr. J, he will be 1,000 tokens. We will obviously take him because I've got nearly 4,000 tokens. So we'll take an Invincible Dr. J. That's okay. I'm not mad at that. They also mentioned about a draft update. I'll be honest, doesn't really matter. This game's been out for 10 months now. You're not going to save the draft mode at this point in time. And then we get on to the Decade of My Team. So this is a special summer for us as we conclude 10 memorable years of My Team. But I believe the first My Team actually came out in 2K13. So 2K23 should be like a 10-year anniversary year of My Team. But anyway, since Mo's debut, blah, blah, blah. So in Season 8's pack market, so this is not going to be a reward thingy like the mural, anything like that. This is just packs. They'll be focusing on the biggest players, blah, blah, blah. So to tip us off, we are highlighting the legendary duo of Kobe and Shaq. Starting on Friday, 2 days' time, over a dozen Dark Matter versions of Kobe and Shaq. So 6 Dark Matter versions of Shaq. I mean, it does say over a dozen. Over a dozen. Maybe 6 and 6 or like 7 and 7? I don't know. Kobe and Shaq versions will be available from Endgame. So both of them are going to get an Endgame card. New Invincible card. So both of them are going to get a new Invincible card. They've both already got one. To special insert versions of community favourite releases, NBA 75 cards, and more. But they're Dark Matter versions. So that's just wild. I don't know how to feel about that. Everybody's going to have a Dark Matter Shaq and a Dark Matter Kobe running around. Like, it's going to be wild. But there are going to be the endgame versions of these cards, which will obviously be a little bit different. And then we are introducing a new theme, My Team Anniversary. So again, this is not a mural. This is something you have to pay for. And it's going to be expensive. The 20 My Team Anniversary cards being released this season will find their way into 2 new collections. 10 for the Eastern Conference, 10 for the Western Conference, super easy. Complete these special collections for an endgame option pack featuring player cards released in season number 8. Now, the way that I interpret that is there's going to be 20 cards that get released. So there's going to be one version of Kobe, one version of Shaq, and you have to collect 20 versions across all the Fridays and probably Tuesdays as well to then lock in to get an endgame option pack, which will give you an option of endgame cards that are just on the market anyway. So it'll give you an option of like the endgame Kobe and the endgame Shaq, but then there'd be 20 of those, isn't there? So just 5. I don't know, maybe we pick 5? I don't know, it might be worded bad, but it's featuring player cards released in Season 8, so sounds like it's just going to be a choice of auctionable cards, so I don't know why you'd lock in a set if you could just buy the card off the block. It might be endgame reward cards for Season 8, but there aren't 5 of them, so I don't think it's going to be that, so I'm not too sure what to make of that, if I'm honest, so we'll have to hold our judgment on that for the time being, and that's all we got, really. That's what we got. So an anniversary collection, which we don't really know how it's going to go as of yet. 6 or more Dark Matter versions of Kobe and Shaq to be going in packs, which is wild. You couldn't put one of those as a reward, like, really, come on. Then we've got all the rewards, Grant Hill, not for me, Pistol Pete's random, Neek, not for me, miles away, Volt's random, Ascension, if we get him, but it's Daryl Dawkins, Draft, we go for that. Dr. J will be going for that. Dark Matter Zeke, obviously level 1, we'll get that. Clutch Time, definitely. An endgame Chris Webber, sign me up. Dark Matter Jalen Rose along the way, probably won't use him, but endgame Chris Webber, Clutch Time, yes pleasey. Endgame James Harden, it's going to be a fantastic card. It's just such a shame that we have to play 16 hours of mindless domination to get him. And then level 40, Nikola Jokic, and not mad at that in the slightest. That is going to be a good one, and point guard center. I'm not complaining at all. So at the end of the season, I think our lineup is going to look like, let me try and visualize this in my head. For an untradeable endgame card, because obviously these guys we can't get as hollows, but the ones off the block we'll be able to get hollows. So an untradeable batch will go with Nikola Jokic at the 1, James Harden at the 2, hopefully Chris Webber at the 3, and then Dirk at the 4 and Will at the 5. So we can have an untradeable endgame 5, which is sick. And then as for a paid 4 or 5, we can have a hollow Scotty Barnes, because I want to have all these guys hollow. They look sick. They look so damn good. By the way, Scotty Barnes 600k. It is wild. I'm so happy I sold everything as we go into season number 8. Hello, hollow card, please exist. There he is. Yeah, the hollows look so good. Love it. So we could have Magic at the 1, Kobe at the 2, Scotty Barnes at the 3, and then Shaq at the 5, and then we just need an auctionable 4 to come out with a hollow version. And obviously they'll be dropping 2 every week, so they'll be coming through pretty damn thick and fast. But yeah, so that's kind of all we know as of right now. Oh, also we know that Jaren Jackson Jr. is in the exchange as a Dark Matter. Don't think it's an Invincible, just a normal Dark Matter, but it might be an Invincible. They didn't actually clarify on that one, but JJJ in the exchange. So overall, let me know out of 10, how are you guys feeling about the new season? I'll be honest, I'm probably about a 5. The Clutch Time cards is good. Clutch Time is the only mode that I really can cling on to at the moment. The Domination is so boring, and I can't believe they're making us do another one. Like, why couldn't you just make a Spotlight for James Harden? I don't get it. We'll do it, but nobody will enjoy it. The reward cards around here, not really for me. They might be for other people, not really for me. And there wasn't actually any, Spotlights or Gauntlets or anything. This time last year we had Taco and the Gauntlet Spotlight Sims. We're not getting that. And then the mural, like I said, I just don't know what to think about the mural. I don't know how to interpret it. If it's just a an end-game option pack of cards that are already out in the game, you'd just buy them in the game, wouldn't you? So, not too sure on that. We'll have to wait and see. Will I keep up to date with it? I mean, I looked in this and I regret it. Well, it's not great. I did make a lot from the 80 off badges, though, which was good. And we got 1,000 tokens along the way as well, which was nice. So, yeah, we'll have to wait and see. There's obviously a few things we don't know. We don't know exactly what the animations are going to be on Nikola Jokic, on James Harden, on Chris Webber. We don't know the position on Chris Webber. Shaq is power forward centre, by the way. There is the card art for Shaq out in the world. He is power forward centre. And Kobe will most likely be point guard, shooting guard for his endgame card. So, yeah, should be good. Make sure you do this survey, by the way, in the community hub. Do that. Scan the QR code. Do the survey. Tell 2K what you feel, how you feel. I've gone through it and I've done it. I do it every season. It doesn't really seem to go anywhere over the last 3 or 4 seasons that I've done. The questions are exactly the same and the answers are the same. But yeah, do that survey. Somebody might see it somewhere down the line. You can hope anyway. It's definitely worth doing. Definitely worth doing. So that's going to do it for me today, everybody. I don't think we'll have a video tomorrow, so there probably won't be anything going on. And obviously we didn't get any new content today or yesterday. But yeah, we're back on Friday, I guess, with the start of a brand new season. Is it make or break for some people? I think so, because a lot of people are playing Fortnite, Fall Guys, COD, MLB. You know, there's a lot of games out there that are really, FIFA, that are really dragging people away. And I don't know if today was enough to bring people back. I don't know if the thought of another 33 games of Domination is enough to bring people back. But who knows? But I'm like I said, I'm mid. I'm a 5 out of 10. So we'll see if that goes up or down when the database hits on Friday. But that's going to do it for me today, everybody. Hope you guys have enjoyed. Let me know down below what you think. As usual, please like, subscribe. I'll see you next time. Peace.